Now on CoastTV News. August is starting hot for Del Mar, but very hot. We've got heat advisories in place right through today into Friday evening. Heat indices will be in the triple digits. Summerly for the weekend. I'll have your forecast details coming up.
Dangerous driving in Lewes. We look at the spike in the number of serious crashes, most occurring just north of a heavily traveled area of 5 Points.
No fakes fight. How a bill introduced by a Delaware senator looks to curb AI's abilities.
Demolition decision as Maryland officials debate the best way to move forward after the tragic collapse of the Francis Scott Key Bridge 4 months ago.
This is CoastTV News Today.
And we are in our 6 o'clock hour here. Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Paige Marley. It's Thursday, August 1st, 2024.
Yeah, and we've been talking Olympics most of the morning. So excited that that coverage is here on Coast TV. And today, the women's individual all-around.
So exciting. Yes, a lot of people follow gymnastics every Olympics, you know, and it's just fun to watch.
I feel like the biggest stars, at least for Team USA, the entire contingent that's over there, usually comes from women's gymnastics, going back decades.
Because we just crush it.
We do. Normally we do.
Yeah, we're just really good. I love the
USA.
I know. I like how as a whole USA we kind of like take credit, right? We're like we're so good.
Yeah, that's us. I did that.
It's Matt and I on the team.
I helped Simone.
Exactly. So that'll be exciting to watch today. Men's gymnastics did incredible this year too, so get ready for that. But I wouldn't be doing anything too active outside. It's going to be too hot for that, Bob.
Yeah, guys. Good morning to you. Good morning, Del Mar. But yeah, really hot. And as I mentioned, too, before the break, smoky skies today. So it's going to be hazy, hot and humid and smoky with a heat advisory basically away from the coast in all of Del Mar. But that includes Sussex County, back through areas of Maryland, including Salisbury and other surrounding communities and the Eastern Shore. This is for today and right through Friday evening. Very hot conditions, and it's very mild to start with temperatures in the low to mid 70s, some upper 60s along the coast. And we've got light winds from the southwest, and we're looking at mainly clear skies, but you'll notice kind of the powdery blue sky. We're going to have some smoke from distant wildfires today, so keep that in mind. Shouldn't be a health problem, but temperatures quickly rising through the 70s into the 80s and eventually lower 90s by noon, and then around 92 to 94 at 2 o'clock, and then 70s at the beaches. A stray storm is possible, but I wouldn't count on that. The big story is the heat. Stay safe in the heat and the sun with the UV index today very high. It's 9. Burn time is 10 minutes, and we're in that very high range right through the upcoming weekend. So best thing to do is just to stay in air conditioning and protect yourself in the sun and make sure you stay hydrated in the heat.
Thank you, Bob. There is a troubling trend occurring in Lewes. Over the course of just 5 days, 3 serious accidents in one small area. Friday, July 26, 2 cars collided at Coastal Highway and Conaway Road. That resulted in 2 6-year-old passengers being flown to a hospital with serious injuries. And then on Monday, July 29th, a 77-year-old man was killed on Clay Road while riding a scooter. On Tuesday, a van crashed into an apartment, caught fire at the Vineyards area there after failing to stop at a red light. One woman we spoke with says driving this time of year can be dangerous due to the congestion.
It's very scary to think about, you know, unfortunately, especially in the summer, we get so many tourists. So it's a lot of people from obviously out of state. So just have to be very careful driving.
And earlier we saw images of the van that was on fire and that crashed into an apartment building. Delaware State Police say the driver was charged with inattentive driving. We were told no one was living in that ground floor apartment.
And now regarding that crash that killed a 77-year-old man, Delaware State Police have identified the man who was killed in that Lewes scooter crash. Police say 77-year-old Chester Puslani of Lewes is the man who died in that crash Monday. It was on Clay Road near Marsh Road.
As artificial intelligence is being more part of our lives, Congress is attempting to increase regulation of this technology.
Yeah, a bipartisan group of senators, they've now, including Delaware Democrat Chris Coons, introduced a new act that protects people from unauthorized replicas of their voices and likeness.
The goal of the No Fakes Act to hold creators of these digital replicas liable for damages and require online services to remove them immediately.
The bill also includes some First Amendment protections, and it's received support from both political parties to protect individuals from this issue.
Happening today, a discussion on what to do with the remains of the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore. We got video again of that tragic collapse we're going to show you back in March. And now, some 4 months later, the Maryland Transportation Authority is holding a public hearing to discuss the demolition of the remains of the bridge. This hearing will be held today at the Baltimore County Public Library from 4:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Written comments about the bridge will be accepted until August 15th.
Affordable housing in Lewes, it's the newest project in the city, but this isn't your typical affordable housing. Just 3 minutes away from Cape Henlopen High School will be something called Dutchman's Harvest Multi-Housing Family Housing Units. The housing's for people in the local workforce in Sussex County. Senior project manager Jamie Zolper told CoastTV that the end goal is for people to have a place to call home.
Sussex County in general is extremely expensive to live in. This gives people that work at Cape District or City of Lewes or, the restaurants around town, a place that they can actually afford and come home to, not just rent.
The development started taking reservations for the property almost a year ago. They already have 35 people on the list. So to find out how you can get on Dutchman's Harvest reservation list, visit CoastTV.com.
All right, some potentially good news for Georgetown dog owners and some progress being made on a proposed dog park in that town. Tony Klein has been heavily involved, and he's looking at establishing a nonprofit. It would be called the Georgetown Dog Park. This would oversee the project and would be independent from the town. As where this park will ultimately go, the original concept was to position the park at Sand Hill Fields, but some of the community worried that it was just too close to the ball fields. Now the group hoping to get permission for land use somewhere within town limits.
All right, it's hard to believe, but the Delaware primary, it's going to be here before we know it. It's happening September 10th. So if you plan to vote in the primary, you must register to vote by Saturday, August 17th. You can register to vote online. You can also call the Department of Elections office in your county to have an application mailed to you, or you can apply in person. We have a Decision 2024 page on CoastTV.com. It's full of voter registration resources and information about who's on the ballot, so make sure you check that out.
As for the race for the White House, the rhetoric there is heating up. Former President Trump making headlines Wednesday over comments on Vice President Harris's black identity and racial origin. For her campaign, she pounced on the opportunity, calling the former president, quote, unhinged.
Yeah, Trump pushing back on the trial in Pennsylvania, the first time he's campaigned in the state since his near-fatal assassination attempt just last month. NBC's Drew Petrimo shows us how the candidates are now going on the offense as the days are dwindling down until Election Day.
During dueling rallies in Texas and Pennsylvania, presidential rivals Kamala Harris and Donald Trump taking aim at each other.
Now he intends to pass a nationwide abortion ban, to ban access to fundamental health care in every state. But I will not let that happen.
Don't forget, 4 weeks ago, she was considered the worst. Not smart, terrible, the worst vice president in history.
The former president's rally comes hours after a combative appearance at a black journalists conference where he attacked the vice president's racial identity.
I don't know, is she Indian or is she black?
She has always
But
identified as a black woman. She went to a historically black college.
I respect either one, but she obviously doesn't, because she was Indian all the way, and then all of a sudden she made a turn and she became a black person.
Just to be clear, sir, do you...
The Democratic presidential frontrunner shot back an answer.
It was the same old show. The divisiveness and the disrespect. And let me just say, the American people deserve better.
Meanwhile, Harris's search for a running mate is heading into the final stretch. Several names are thought to be on the short list, including Arizona Senator Mark Kelly from a key border state.
Kamala Harris is about solving problems. Donald Trump wants to drag us back a decade.
Trump's VP pick, Senator J.D. Vance, rallied in Arizona, and today he'll head to the border as both sides crisscross the country at a frantic pace that will last until Election Day. Drew Petrimo, NBC News, Washington.
All right, let's go to Paris now. We're going to take a live look at the Olympic cauldron. Almost done with the first full week of the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. On the schedule today is archery, cycling, BMX racing, and golf. And a Wisconsin restaurant, they were filled with cheers Wednesday for Team USA's women's volleyball team. Patrons came together for the watch party as the women's volleyball team beat Serbia. The women's volleyball team, they are the defending gold medal champs.
Yeah, let's talk about medals and gold medals and stuff like that. We're going to look at our current medal standings on your screen. Here are the results after Wednesday's events. Team USA still leads the pack with a total of 30 medals altogether. China, though, has taken the #1 spot for gold medals. It was heading into Wednesday. Japan held that spot. And then rounding out your top 9 countries are Italy, South Korea, and Canada.
All right, Olympic Zone continues tonight as well. That's on Coast TV. This is a daily summary and a showcase of up-to-the-minute Olympics content. There's some really cool behind-the-scenes features. They all set the stage for the most important action every night of the games. Don't forget, it's all happening exclusively on Coast TV at 7:30 during the games.
Hey, don't forget, you can still vote for your favorite Olympic sport. On your screen right now are some of the current face-offs in round 2 of our Coast TV poll. So one of the matchups that we're going to feature here today, swimming and cycling.
Okay, what did one of them went up from our last hour?
I think you're right. I just can't remember which one. I mean, swimming has been overwhelmingly the one that's been voted for.
Definitely. Yeah, because my girl, Katie, I always have to give Katie Ledecky a shout out. But yeah, don't forget to go vote. Go to our website, vote for whatever you want. And yeah, that'll be fun to see who wins in the second round. But right now, though, we're just getting started on Coast TV News today.
I got an interesting story here, Paige. Snipe signs. They're going to say goodbye. We'll tell you what Worcester County Public Works says locals can expect if any of these signs are found in the future.
Also ahead, Cape feedback on some potential projects. We're telling you the mixed reviews from locals on the potential projects set for Cape Henlopen State Park.
And Route 90 roadwork returning, crews wrapping up one part of a project in Ocean City, when we can expect them to return for another. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
Are you looking to transform your mobile home? Choosing a company that doesn't know the difference between a manufactured and a stick-built home can lead to major repairs in the future. At Delaware Mobile Home Repair, we work exclusively with manufactured homes. So whether you need your bathroom remodeled, new roofing, siding, or any other restoration or renovation on your mobile home, the team at Delaware Mobile Home Repair will get the job done right. Visit our website today and start your free estimate with Delaware Mobile Home Repair.
Feeling the summer sizzle? Is it turning your home into a sauna? At FH Fur, we know you can't wait when your AC is down for the count. That's why we're offering same-day service, guaranteed. If we don't make it to you the very same day, you will pay a diagnostic or dispatch fee, plain and simple. So whether your AC is blowing hot air, your thermostat is on the fritz, or your entire system needs replacing, an FH Fur expert technician will bring your comfort back today.
877-CALL-FUR, FHFur.com.
Your child deserves the best. When your child is sick, every moment counts. And the team at Tidal Health Pediatrics understands the urgency of such situations. Whether it's a sudden fever, a troubling cough, or another pediatric ailment, your child will be seen when they need it most. Schedule your child's appointment now at tidalhealth.org/findapediatrician or call 410-912-5785 because your child's health is our top priority. Tidal Health Pediatrics, compassionate care when you need it most.
When it comes to protecting your home, don't take chances with just anyone. Trust the experts at Spicer Brothers. Join thousands of satisfied customers who've chosen us for our exceptional service, quality installation, and unbeatable warranties. Whether you need a roof replacement or just want to upgrade the look of your home, we've got you covered. And right now, save up to 20% on your new roof, plus enjoy no interest and no payments until 2026. For a roof that's done right, trust Spicer Brothers day and night, because you deserve the best.
6:14 on our Thursday morning. A little hazy, a little foggy down on the boardwalk in Rehoboth right now. 69 degrees, and we have limited visibility there. And Ocean City has quarter-mile visibility in fog. So right along the coast, do watch out for that fog and haze. Otherwise, it's mild. Temperatures in the 70s, some 60s at the beaches, and the winds are calm now, but eventually they'll turn to the west, and it will get hot today. Hazy as well, and smoky skies with sunshine as we go into the rest of your day. Your golf forecast for today, just make sure you have a lot of water and a towel to wipe your brow. It will be hot and humid, 94, maybe a stray storm, but with the humidity feeling like around 104.
Just tap that one in, Bob. Delaware State Police have your back and your backpack. The name of the program is Operation Troopers Have Your Backpack, and what this is, it is troopers working with local communities and organizations to donate school supplies for students in need. The agency says you can help with paper binders and notebooks, pencils, markers, erasers, and much more. Donations will be accepted until August 23rd. Crews in Worcester County finishing up some road work on the east side of the Ocean City Expressway. That's Route 90. That is to fix a sinkhole that happened earlier in July on the bridge that spans the Assawoman Bay. Like right there, that's that bridge. Work scheduled to begin overnight on Wednesday at 9 p.m., finishing up this morning, and on August 7th, that same type of work will take place on the westbound side.
Only weeks before classes begin, another FAFSA setback could delay financial aid for college students this fall. The Education Department saying colleges will not be able to submit corrections in bulk to update students' financial aid records. Submitting revisions manually could delay student aid disbursements, leaving some students unable to pay their bills and their fees on time. Instagram fixed a technical issue, caused certain photos to be deleted permanently from the app's Stories archives. According to Meta spokesperson, they found and they fixed a bug, but they're not able to restore some users' story highlights. However, the company said only the people who lost stories will see this notice. All right, still ahead this morning, not everyone's on board with the improvement project set for Cape Henlopen State Park. We're going to show you what some say they'd like to see at the park instead.
Hazy and smoky skies giving us nice sunrises and sunsets. We have a nice sunrise going on right now in Laurel with a hot day ahead. Heat advisories today through Friday evening. Temperatures in the 90s. Feels like temperatures in the triple digits. Some relief for the weekend with some storms. Your forecast coming up in 2 minutes.
Delmarva's hit music station, 102.5 WBOC.
Wow, it's so much bigger than you realize. East Coast Tile and Flooring has the largest selection of tile from around the world. And they are the only Dow Tile Premier showroom on the shore. They have the knowledge and expertise to assist architects, designers, and homeowners, and are fully licensed to take on any job from start to finish. Family owned and operated since 1947. Call East Coast Tile and Flooring today for a design consultation.
Come to Out in the Light, where your treasure awaits.
Nestled in the heart of America's coolest small town, Out in Delights is not just your average gift shop, but where you can go for extraordinary finds, carrying items such as nautical decor, vintage vinyl, jewelry, holiday decor year-round, souvenirs, and toys. Don't forget to add a little fun to your shopping by checking out Zoltar or our penny crushing machine. Find what delights you at Out in Delights on Main Street in Berlin, across the street from the Mermaid Museum.
What am I going to do with all these plants?
Boys, these plants need style.
Come on, let's boogie. Let's find something funky, fun, and fabulous at the Pottery Place in Fenwick Island, your one-stop shop for the most unique decor on the shore. With the largest selection of pottery, art, gifts, furniture, houseware, novelties, and more.
Looking for something special?
Special orders and free local delivery are available.
That's just spiffy.
The Pottery Place in Fenwick Island, Delaware, a family tradition for over 50 years.
The weather is brought to you by Spicer Brothers Construction. Born here to serve here. When it comes to protecting your home, don't take chances with just anyone. Trust the experts at Spicer Brothers. Join thousands of satisfied customers who've chosen us for our exceptional service, quality installation, and unbeatable warranties. Whether you need a roof replacement or just want to upgrade the look of your home, we've got you covered. And right now, save up to 20% on your new roof, plus enjoy no interest and no payments until 2026. For a roof that's done right, trust Spicer Brothers day and night, because you deserve the best.
Time is 6:19. We're showing you a live look at Lewes. Sun rising up over the Roosevelt Inlet area there. Bob, we've been talking about the heat. You bring in the heat, but you also are bringing the smoke, too.
Yeah, I got to bring some smoke, too, Matt. And that smoke does make for pretty sunrises and sunsets. And as far as health issues, I think it's high enough in the atmosphere where it shouldn't pose a problem. But I think it's just best to stay inside anyway because it's going to be hot. So if you suffer from health issues, stay inside because of the heat and some of that smoke. Heat advisory away from the coast for much of Delaware, much of Delmarva, including Maryland as well. This goes right through today into tomorrow, and this includes the eastern shore as well. And look at these feels like temperatures by this afternoon. Actual temperatures low to mid-90s, and then it's going to feel like 100 to about 104. And even along the coast, pretty hot for you in the lower 90s. And then Friday, even worse, feeling like 103 to maybe 107 away from the beaches. And at the beaches, feeling like mid-90s. And Saturday, yeah, still pretty rough. Triple digits in inland areas with the humidity and 90s at the coast. So bottom line, just try try to stay inside as much as possible the next few days. We have the hazy skies out there right now. Don't have the storms like we had yesterday morning, so lots of sunshine. You're going to have to find shelter under a tree or maybe a body of water, as we have a big area of high pressure, keeping things pretty dry and pretty warm. And we're pretty mild right now with temperatures into the 70s. And winds are light from the southwest, but eventually they shift to the west, and that will really crank up the heat as we go through the day. Close to 90 at noon, 70s and 80s at the beaches. That's where the relief will be from Fenwick Island to Dewey Beach, but inland low to maybe mid 90s. Then we go through the overnight, and it's a slow drop in temperatures in through the 70s. By morning, only in the low to mid 70s, and then we're off to the races again tomorrow with the clouds. I think that will keep temperatures maybe a couple degrees cooler, but still lower 90s as we go into the afternoon, 70s and 80s at the coast. Then as we go into the evening, we could start to see some showers and storms Friday evening. Lots of folks out and about doing their Friday evening stuff, and we're looking at maybe the potential for some heavier rain and storms, maybe taking the edge off the heat a little bit. But we've got the smoke too in the upper layers of the atmosphere. You can see on our color legend here how we have the yellow and orange colors indicating that smoke today through Friday, and some of that smoke is pretty thick aloft, and then it looks like it will start to thin out as we go into the weekend. And I think what will mix the smoke out too is the chance of rain, and we will see hit and miss storms as we go into this upcoming weekend. Won't be a washout, however. Paul Davis 7-day forecast. The hottest day is today, 94, back to 92 on Friday, but the humidity might be higher tomorrow with higher feels like temperatures. And then for the weekend, hit and miss showers and storms, 90 on Saturday, 88 Sunday, so not as hot. Back to the low 90s Monday, and then falling through the 80s Tuesday and Wednesday. Another storm chance by Wednesday.
Thank you, Bob. On Wednesday, we got to look at some of the proposed upgrades for the Cape Henlopen State Park. These include improvements to campgrounds, the park office, and more. CoastTV News anchor Mallory Metzner shows us those plans and options to handle a large number of visitors during peak tourist season.
Barbara and Mark Champlin come to the Cape Henlopen State Park every year to go camping.
They're beautiful sites, but they're too small.
They think bigger camping sites and cleaner bathrooms are needed. DENREC's Division of Parks and Recreation is reviewing a list of improvement projects, including campground improvements and a traffic study.
On a lot of days, the park is totally closed because they can't handle the overflow, and there's plenty of beach here, and there's plenty of area to have parking.
Others say developing the park is a delicate balance.
We got to leave it as much as a natural resource as possible.
I would not ever want to see this place look exactly or be exactly like Rehoboth Beach. I think this really is a special, really just quaint beach.
The division is considering a new park office and entrance, a bigger beach bathhouse, and some other building additions. The Point and Wolf Neck trails and future use of the Biden Center are also being looked at. I'm Mallory Metzner in Lewes, CoastTV News.
Coming up next on Coast TV News today, snipe signs saying goodbye. Why one local says getting rid of the signs could lead to less dangerous roads. We'll be right back.
The UV Index Weather Report is sponsored by Ocean City Tourism, somewhere to smile about.
It starts with our oldest family tradition, artisan bread, topped with the finest hand-sliced meats and cheeses. Add in the freshest locally grown produce, but don't forget the In our house, it's not just a hoagie, it's a primo.
Researching a new HVAC system or water heater can be like buying a car. Let Chesapeake Home Services take the guesswork out of your homework. Test drive a new system, and if you're not completely satisfied for any reason and we can't fix it, we'll buy it back. Plus, we'll include our bumper-to-bumper warranty, 10-year parts, 10-year labor, and a 10-year maintenance plan. To learn more, call us or visit us at ChesapeakeHomeservices.com.
Service sure to make you smile. They always go the extra mile.
Hey fellas, when your lady says she wants a big rock for Christmas, she may not mean this kind. She may want this kind.
At That Granite Place, we like to say our reputation is carved in stone, and it is. Now we're changing our name to Coastal Countertops. Same local ownership, keeping the same level of quality and service everyone has grown to love. We've also upgraded our machinery to help you with turnaround times. At Coastal Countertops, our reputation will continue to be carved in stone.
Pain and immobility take you away from everything you love to do.
That's why at Pam Health Rehabilitation Hospital of Georgetown, our focus is to rebuild your life by providing high-quality, post-acute care to those who suffered from serious injuries or illness. With state-of-the-art facilities, advanced robotics, highly trained professionals, and the highest level of rehabilitation care. It's all about gains. Gain your movement, gain your independence, gain your life back. Pam Health Rehabilitation Hospital of Georgetown.
It starts with our oldest family tradition, artisan bread topped with the finest hand-sliced meats and cheeses. Add in the freshest locally grown produce, but don't forget the In our house, it's not just a hoagie, it's a prim.
Road signs caught in the crosshairs. Happening today, Worcester County Public Works crews are set to begin removing what are called snipe signs from public right-of-ways. So for those unfamiliar, snipe signs are off-premise advertisements. They are typically positioned along public roadways. The signs are not allowed on state or county-owned land, something one vacationer is all for.
A lot of times it does get windy and stuff down here, so a lot of times when I see them, they are knocked over and it kind of looks more trashy and stuff.
So again, those signs will be removed starting today, and then starting in November, there's going to be a $25 fine for any future signs.
First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey back with us. Little relief from the heat, whether you're on the beach or by the bay today.
A little bit. It'll feel like 90 instead of 104. So, you know, still, hey, it's better, right? Watch out for areas of fog this morning, guys. Assateague and Chincoteague, hazy and a little foggy there. That'll burn off to temperatures into the low 80s today, maybe mid 80s at times. And farther north, Fenwick Island and Ocean City, you have a little bit of that fog this morning, especially Fenwick Island. And later on, temperatures into the mid 80s. Feels like temperatures in the low 90s, and hotter in Cambridge today. And we're in the 90s the next 3 days. Some relief by Saturday for you, with some storms and 90 degrees. And in Crisfield, hot, but not as hot as Cambridge, upper 80s and maybe 90, and then a better chance of storms into the weekend. So about a 3-day heat wave, then some relief. Much more in your forecast coming up in a few moments.
All right, Bob, thank you so much. Also coming up after the break on CoastTV News today, dog park progress. We're going to tell you the latest update for the proposed Georgetown dog park.
Cause for no frauds. We'll tell you the big stance Congress is taking against the dangers of AI.
And accidents aplenty. We're giving you an overview of the multiple accidents that have taken place in one area in just a few days, one killing a 77-year-old man. All that and more as CoastTV News Today continues.
Experience delicious excitement at Hopkins Farm Creamery with award-winning farm fresh ice cream and a great atmosphere that's fun for the whole family. Play some games while you enjoy your ice cream treat with some great company. Then grab some quarts and pints and bring the magical flavor of Hopkins Farm Creamery home. And if you need something for a special occasion, we also have ice cream cakes and pies. Hopkins Farm Creamery, the sweet destination for the whole family.
Reel in big bucks at Ocean Downs with Hooked on Cash. 5 players will be drawn to go fishing. 3 will land free play, and 2 will net $5,000 cash. Earn entries daily and more on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Ocean Downs Casino, where the fun shines.
For every season, every weather moment, stay ahead with the CoastTV First Alert Weather Phone. Just call 443-880-9100. Your forecast just a call away. Sponsored by the law offices of Baird, Mandalis, Brockstead, and Federico.
In Sussex County, Beach Mobile Home and RV Supply has the parts you need.
Powered by over 30,000 square feet of inventory at brass sales and an amazingly knowledgeable staff, we offer plumbing, electrical, windows, doors, tubs, showers, and even roofing and skirting for your manufactured home. Plus an extensive selection of parts and supplies for your RV no matter the class, size, or style. Beach Mobile Home and RV Supply in Long Neck, Delaware. Your home improvement superstore for all your manufactured housing and RV needs.
Enjoy camping adventures without the setup with a great outdoor cottages park model RV built in Georgetown from East Coast Campers and More, where camping's made easy.
Buying from East Coast Campers was simple. All we did was pick out our model, and they came and they set everything up in Treasure Beach for us.
At East Coast Campers, we'll deliver it, set it up at any park, and if you need service later, our mobile RV medics can help. For camper parts and accessories, check out our camping supply store. Start your adventure with East Coast Campers and More.
Now on CoastTV News.
August is here and starting out very hot for Delmarva with a heat advisory in place today through Friday. Heat indices will be in the triple digits. Some relief for the weekend and some rain chances. Details coming up.
It's very scary to think about, unfortunately, especially in the summer.
And especially this past week, we look at the number of serious car crashes in Lewes, and are there moves to be made that prevents future wreckage?
9/11 plot plea. We look at the deal given to the mastermind of the terror attacks that took place 23 years ago.
Pet park progress planned in Georgetown, and why some locals have a little bit of a concern.
This is CoastTV News Today.
August 1st, 2024. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Paige.
Good morning. Thank you all for joining us. I'm Paige Marley.
Yeah, we're approaching 6:31 on this Thursday morning. We have a new month. We're in August. Paige, you have some breaking news about a poll.
I do. Let me go to my Instagram. Boom. So if you follow me at Paige Marley, you will see I have a poll. Should we tell Bob that we are ready for fall weather?
Yes.
That's what I'm asking.
Well, no, yes to the poll, not yes to the answer.
Yeah. Yes to the poll. So you could vote yes or no. 83% of you voted yes. Tell Bob.
How dare you?
We are ready for fall. 83%.
Do not wish away your summer, folks. Haven't you read my rules?
The poll is still. You haven't even voted in the poll. You got to go vote in it. I can see who voted. But go vote in the poll if you'd like, and whoever wins decides the future of our nation.
I'm doing it right now.
Oh wow! It's going to be like what, 80% only then say yes. I'm bad at math, but Bob is good at weather. Bob, that fall weather not happening today.
Yeah, I think 2 yeses from me and you, Paige, but our producer, Alyssa and Matt, 2 holdouts that still love the hot, steamy weather. So it's kind of right down the middle here at the station. Heat advisory away from the coast, pretty much for all of Delmarva, for Delaware, Maryland as well, including Salisbury. A little bit of relief along the coast today, not much. Eastern Shore also under that heat advisory through Friday evening. Out the door, it's mild, low to mid 70s, some 60s at the beaches. Ocean City, 65. You've got a little bit of fog. 69 at Bethany Beach, and Delmar is 71 degrees right now. Winds are calm, but eventually they will shift west-southwest, and that's usually a pretty hot wind direction for us as we're looking at hazy skies, smoky skies too. We've got that smoke from distant fires. So if you have health problems, stay inside, but stay inside anyway because it's going to be hot. Find the air conditioning. We're warming quickly through the 70s, lots of hazy sunshine, and then by noon, close to 90 into the low to mid 90s by 2 o'clock, and 70s at the coast, but feels like temperatures inland over 100 degrees. So today's checklist, you want to wear the light colored clothes, take breaks, stay cool, stay hydrated with water, try to avoid alcohol, find the sunscreen, at least 30 SPF, and make sure you have the sunglasses as well.
All right, will do, Bob. Thank you so much. Well, multiple accidents in Lewes now. That has the community on alert. Crashes causing concern, major injuries, even death in one's case. Over the course of just a few days, 3 major accidents happened in Lewes.
Yeah, from children seriously injured to extreme property damage. As you mentioned, there was the death. It was a 77-year-old man. Each accident has people calling for change. Coast TV's Elisa Weber shows us why people say driving around Lewes is now chaotic.
Accidents like this one on Route 1 worry drivers like Logan Vitolo.
It's very scary to think about, unfortunately, especially in the summer, we get so many tourists. So it's a lot of people from obviously out of state. So you just have to be very careful driving.
On Friday, July 26th, 2 cars collided at Coastal Highway and Minnesconway Road, resulting in 2 6-year-old passengers being flown to a nearby hospital with serious injuries. Then on Monday, July 29th, a 77-year-old man was killed on Clay Road while riding his scooter. And on Tuesday, July 30th, a 3-car accident happened on Lewes-Georgetown Highway and Old Vine Boulevard after a van failed to stop at a red light, causing an accident, running into an apartment building and catching on fire. While the circumstances of each accident are different, Jerry McNesby believes accidents will only get worse if the roads aren't improved.
It's a typical disconnect between the county issuing permits and the state building the infrastructure. And usually the infrastructure should go first and then the development. Generally speaking, that's not what happened. Until those two get connected, we just can't. It's going to get worse and worse.
A string of accidents leaving people in the first town on high alert. Elisa Weber, Coast TV News.
And we do have an update on the crash that killed a 77-year-old man. Delaware State Police have now identified who died as 77-year-old Chester Puslesny of Lewes. Again, this is from a crash that happened Monday on Clay Road near Marsh Road.
We're going to go take a live look now in Paris at the Olympic Cauldron. Almost done with the first full week of the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. On the schedule for today, just a few to name: archery, cycling, BMX racing, and golf.
It looks like they're having a good weather day there, a good stretch so far. Let's take a look at the current medal standings on your screen right now. These are the results after Wednesday's events, and Team USA still leading the pack. They now have 30 total medals. However, China has taken over the top spot for gold medals. Heading into Wednesday, it was Japan who held that spot. Rounding out your top 9 countries are Italy, South Korea, and Canada.
Well, of course, we all remember late March, the collapse of the Francis Scott Key Bridge. We're going to show you again what that collapse looked like right there on your screen. Happening today, just 4 months after the collapse, the Maryland Transportation Authority holding a public hearing to discuss the demolition of the bridge. This hearing will be held at the Baltimore County Public Library today from 4:30 until 7:30. Written comments about the bridge will be accepted until August 15th. As artificial intelligence becomes a bigger and bigger part of our lives, Congress attempting to increase regulation of this technology.
There's a bipartisan group of senators, including Delaware Democrat Chris Coons, introducing a new act that protects people from unauthorized replicas of their voices and likeness.
The goal of the No Fakes Act is to hold creators of digital replicas liable for damages and requires online services to remove them immediately.
The bill also includes First Amendment protections and has received support from both political parties to protect individuals from this issue. Good news for Georgetown dog owners. Some progress looks like it's being made on a proposed dog park in that town. Tony Klein has been heavily involved with this. He's looking to establish a nonprofit called the Georgetown Dog Park. It would oversee and protect and would be independent from, or would oversee the project, I should say, would be independent from the actual town. As for where that park will ultimately go, the original concept was to have it at Sand Hill Fields, but some of the community were worried that it was just too close to the ball fields. Now the group is hoping to get permission for land use somewhere within town limits.
New this morning, the accused mastermind behind the 9/11 attacks and 2 other defendants have agreed to plead guilty. According to the Office of Military Commissions, Khalid Sheikh Mohammed and 2 other men are scheduled to appear at a hearing in Guantanamo Bay next week. They're expected to plead guilty to lesser charges that could spare them the death penalty. Mohammed was charged with war crimes and murder in connection with the nearly 3,000 people who died in those attacks.
Still got a lot more to get to in this final half hour. Don't go anywhere.
Still ahead, we're talking cars for Camp Barnes. All you need to know about this year's Camp Barnes stock car race.
Also, English Premier League preseason matches sparked excitement in Maryland. We'll show you the stars of the league and also some stars of the future. Stay with us on Coast TV News Today.
Homewell's mission is to bring joy, companionship, and a helping hand into the lives of those we serve. Become a Homewell hero today.
I'm a Homewell hero because I transform routine care into meaningful connections.
Offering full benefits, weekly pay, holiday pay, and PTO.
As a Homewell hero, I'm rewarded for my hard work.
Our mentor program gives you help on the job, teaching you to be a problem solver.
Join us at homewellcares.com and be the hero that someone needs today.
Please listen carefully. Some roofing manufacturers have produced and sold defective shingles. They're not required to notify the consumer. If your roof was installed between 1999 and 2008 and you're experiencing shingle damages or premature shingle failure, give Morse Roofing a call to see if you qualify for a new roofing system with very little out-of-pocket expense. Don't wait. Call Morse Roofing now at 302-663-0042. There's good, there's better, then there's Morse.
Enjoy some family time with America's pastime at the Delmarva Shorebirds. When you're here, everything inside is fair ball. Your favorite treats, craft beers, fireworks every Saturday, and the best giveaways. Tickets start at just $15 to see the O Stars of Tomorrow on Delmarva today. Save time. Buy tickets online at theshorebirds.com.
Your child deserves the best. When your child is sick, every moment counts. And the team at Tidal Health Pediatrics understands the urgency of such situations. Whether it's a sudden fever, a troubling cough, or another pediatric ailment, your child will be seen when they need it most. Schedule your child's appointment now at tidalhealth.org/findapediatrician or call 410-912-5785 because your child's health is our top priority. Tidal Health Pediatrics, compassionate care when you need it most.
6:40 on our Thursday morning. We're seeing sunshine, but it's hazy, smoky sunshine on our Tyndall's Casual Furniture camera in Laurel, and some patchy fog out there as well. So it's kind of stagnant, not the best air quality, with temperatures in the 60s and 70s out the door. Winds are calm now, but they'll shift to the west-southwest, and we'll really start to cook later on. So if you do have the health problem, stay inside and in air conditioning, because we'll see that hazy, smoky sunshine today, but it's going to be hot, maybe a stray afternoon storm. On the golf course, anywhere outdoors, make sure you're ready. Stay hydrated and make sure you have a towel and maybe a change of clothes. It will be hot. 94 this afternoon, feeling like 104 with the humidity and maybe a spotty shower or storm later on.
All right, Bob, thank you so much. Happening today in Ocean Pines, some homeowners will temporarily be without water. So from 9 to 1, there will be some routine maintenance on water lines. Town says the outage will impact homes on Falcon Bridge Road, Mast Court, Fantail Court, Bird's Nest Drive, and a section of Windjammer Road. Worcester County Water Department staff, they'll be flushing the lines following repairs, so that should clear the lines and eliminate any brown water.
Also today, the Delaware Tourism Office is reopening the Sports Tourism Capital Investment Fund, and they're taking applications. The fund supports sports facilities to attract out-of-state visitors, and the applications will be accepted until September 13th.
Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium, home of the 2024 Stateside Cup, where football from the UK makes its way to the United States. And last night, it was Crystal Palace against the Wolves. English Premier League action and the fans showing up for the Wolves and Crystal Palace. Wolves trying to strike first. What a stop by goalkeeper Dean Henderson, not allowing his team to go down early. And then Jeffrey Schlup puts the first goal of the game on the board. 1-0 Crystal Palace. Second half now. Henderson all the way to Jordan Ayew, who finds the back of the net to make it 2-0. And check this out. Jurgen Larson with a back kick. Wolves cut the deficit to 1, but Crystal Palace wasn't done yet. The rock to Asher Igbenone. The squad from South London up 3-1. And that would be how it ended. Crystal Palace with 3 different goal scorers in the victory. After the game, Crystal Palace head coach Oliver Glasner says he is excited about the future of this group and learned a lot from this match.
Very good game where we got a lot of information what we have to work on in the next weeks. But we also could see that we were always able to score goals, and so I think what I was impressed with many young players from our academy in the second half, and they played with courage, with enthusiasm, and were brilliantly supported by our veteran players. So yeah, it was really very good.
Well, that just about does it for English Premier League action in the Free State. Reporting from Annapolis, Maryland for the Delmarva Sports Network, I'm Kayla Santiago.
Don't forget tonight, the Shorebirds continuing their series at Purdue against Myrtle Beach. They're looking to get into the win column at home after dropping the first 2 games of the series, and you can watch tonight's game on the Delmarva Sports Network. First pitch tonight on DSN just after 7 p.m.
If you had a rough week, well, you can cheer up with a weekly dose of local good news from CoastTV with personal features, fun things to do each weekend, and more. Sign up now for free at coasttv.com/sign-up and get your weekly dose of joy directly into your inbox on Friday.
We're seeing hazy, smoky, calm conditions right now in our gutter helmet cam. You can see Old Glory not moving at all. It is calm, and it's going to be a hot day with heat advisories today through Friday. Evening temperatures in the 90s. Feels like temperatures in the triple digits. Summerly for the weekend with some storm chances. I'll have your full forecast details coming up after the break.
Watch for the IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep.
Whether it's a natural disaster or just everyday life's mishaps, in disaster's wake, there's only one call to make: Royal Plus. Find us at royalplus.com. We bring calm to the chaos.
Welcome to the Brush Factory. Explore our over 60 local merchants and artists all together under one roof. You just never know what you'll find at the Brush Factory on Kings. As always, we greatly appreciate your support.
We couldn't do it without you.
Transform your outdoor spaces with Expert Wire. Add outdoor outlets to your porch, patio, or pool area and effortlessly plug in lights, fans, or whatever you need without extension cords. Expert Wire's skilled electricians provide safe, professional installations which will enhance your outdoor experiences this summer. Whether you're hosting a barbecue, enjoying an evening with friends, or simply relaxing, we make it seamless and convenient. Call or book online at expertwire247.com. Leave the wiring to the experts and make it a powerful day.
Weather brought to you by Coastal Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning, dedicated to excellence in Delaware and Maryland.
Coastal Comfort knows there's no place like home. It's where we can be totally comfortable. Totally comfortable being ourselves, making a mess, making improvements, making strides, making memories with those we love. Totally. Big or small, at the beach, or on the farm, all along the Eastern Shore. It's home, and Coastal Comfort is always here to keep you totally comfortable.
Coastal Comfort, a Carrier Factory authorized dealer serving Maryland and Delaware.
Carrier, turn to the experts.
All right, it's 6:46 on your Thursday. Let's take a live look now at Rehoboth Beach. Looking pretty hazy there, Bob, but you know, you warned us about that. Real quick check on our poll, though, if you don't mind, Bob.
Sure.
Okay, we're asking, are people ready for fall? 69% of you say yes.
All right.
I'm going to leave it at that.
I'm with those peeps.
All right.
Me and you, Paige, are. Matt and Alyssa, not so much. Hey, you know, but we do have more hot, steamy weather on the way. Cool down next week. So things will change as we go through time. But we are watching a little bit of fog out there, limited visibility. 2 miles in Ocean City. You were down to a quarter mile earlier. And now Salisbury, you're down to a quarter mile. So we're seeing this fog along the coast, kind of creeping inland as well. But farther to the north, looks like the visibility is a little better, but it's still hazy and a little smoky and a lot hot. We have a heat advisory today through Friday evening, excluding the coast. You'll be hot, but not as hot as inland, where it feels like temperatures will be in the 100s the next couple of days. Heat advisory into Salisbury and the Eastern Shore of Maryland also through Friday evening. Look at these. Feels like temperatures this afternoon. 3:30, you probably don't want to be outside if it's feeling like 100 to 103 and feeling like 90 along the coast. So really no picnic there either, but a little cooler. And then Friday feeling like 104 to 107. So temperatures come down, but the humidity is actually worse. So that's why the feels like temperatures are higher. And mid-90s along the coast, and still feeling like triple digits inland as we go into your Saturday. So stay in air conditioning if you can. It's hazy and clear right now. That'll be the case today with smoky skies too. Maybe a spotty shower this afternoon, but it's that heat dome that's over the top of us, extending into the southeast right now, that will keep us very warm to hot the next couple of days. Temperatures out the door are in the 70s, and light winds now out of the southwest. We'll shift to the west-southwest today, and that's a favorable direction for those temperatures to skyrocket, and by noon, upper 80s and lower 90s. 70s in the beaches, and maybe not getting up to 80 in Dewey Beach down in Fenwick Island, staying in the 70s there, but about 92 to 94 inland areas. And look at this, even around the dinner hour, it's still 80s and low 90s. So very hot, warm, and muggy through the overnight hours. Friday morning, maybe a little bit of fog. Otherwise, temperatures mid-70s, and it's very hot again into the afternoon. Maybe a couple degrees cooler tomorrow, but that humidity will be way up there, and we're looking at temperatures in the low 90s. More clouds in the afternoon, maybe some relief in the form of showers and storms as we go into your Friday evening, and then those will taper off. We have the smoke out there. You can see our legend here with the orange and yellow colors, so we'll be very smoky skies. I don't think it's going to cause many health problems, but still that smoke, and then it looks like it does start to clear out as we go into Friday and Saturday. The smoke clears out, but the rain and storms fill in. We'll be seeing hit and miss storms all weekend long. It won't be raining the whole time. time, but make sure you have a plan B just in case. Paul Davis 7-day forecast. The hottest day is today, 94, with that heat index over 100. The same for Friday. It's a little cooler, but the humidity might be higher, 92. And then for the weekend, a little cooler with showers and storms, 90 Saturday, 88 on Sunday. Then it's back to 91 Monday, and then we start to cool through the upper 80s Tuesday and Wednesday. Dry Tuesday, maybe some storms by Wednesday.
All right, thank you, Bob. DNREC has announced the opening of a boat ramp at Records Pond. This is near Laurel, and DNREC says the new ramp will feature an improved water depth for launching boats, plus expanded parking lots. This will provide more room for those boat trailers.
Maryland has budgeted more than $47 million to expand and enhance access to recreation and open space. The governor's 2025 fiscal year budget includes $5 million for 30 projects statewide. One of those includes over $200,000 for the park basketball court and pickleball court at the Little Salisbury Park in Ocean City. All this is from grants given to cities to improve existing parks, create new parks, or purchase and install playground equipment.
Tonight, 52nd annual Camp Barnes stock car race. It's gearing up at the Georgetown Speedway. Racers who take part in the action can compete for winnings paid by state police. That is over $10,000. This event benefits the proceeds of it to Delaware State Police in helping keep Camp Barnes free for Delaware youth. Gates will open at 4 p.m. The racing is set to start at 7 p.m.
All right, time is now 6:51. We're going to check in with our coastal pet of the day.
And today's coastal pet of the day, we're being told having a bad hair day. On your screen, that's Pixie Peanut. She's giving some major side-eye after her day at the salon, although Pixie P may be unhappy. We think she looks pretty good there.
I love the hairstyle. I might copy it. And of course, we want to keep seeing all your pets on Delmarva. Keep sending us photos like that one. Tell us what makes your pet so special.
Scan the QR code at the top of your screen to submit your furry friend to Coast TV News, and then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
I love when dogs give you that look. You're just wondering what they're thinking. Boy, dogs could talk. All right, we're looking at hazy, smoky conditions out there with the sunshine. It's going to be a hot day for Delmarva the next couple of days with a heat advisory. It does cool down a little bit for the weekend as storms increase. Then a bigger cool down next week. I'll have your 10-day forecast coming up next.
Feel like you need to get away? Fisherman's Wharf Adventures has a getaway for you. Hop aboard our fleet of boats for fishing, dolphin cruises, and whale watching, or just lounging with friends and enjoying a cocktail. We offer full and half-day fishing, evening cruises, events, and even private charters too. Enjoy the adventure and take in the magic of the sea. With 3 generations in the business, we guarantee you'll enjoy the ride. What are you waiting for? Check us out online, then call to book your trip today.
Rules don't apply when it comes to designing your home or business's interior. At Mood Design Studio, we break away from typical design norms to craft one-of-a-kind spaces that belong on the pages of a magazine. Choose from a bold selection of exclusive wallpaper designs and fabrics, plus a curated selection of furniture, making any room a showstopper. Need guidance? We'll assist you in planning your space's scope and budget for a streamlined, stress-free experience. For a complimentary consultation, visit Mood Design Studio in Lewes today.
We know you have better things to do with your time than cleaning. At Heather's Homeworks, we invest in giving you back your time, taking the stress off of your shoulders. For over 20 years, we provided excellent housekeeping services throughout Sussex County. Our team of professionally trained cleaners use non-toxic, all-purpose cleaning solutions to protect your pets, loved ones, and all surfaces in your home to ensure you're cared for and have peace of mind. Visit heathershomeworks.com or call today.
We can do it!
Welcome to Farmhouse Pet Lodge, your pet's home away from home. Our state-of-the-art secure lodge offers exceptional care for dogs, cats, and other pets. For daycare or boarding with private suites, custom food prep, UV air filtration, centralized disinfection, and 24/7 care. Your pet will be safe, healthy, and happy. Book now and get 10% off your first stay. Ask about our grooming services and tailored training programs. Give your furry friends an amenity-filled vacation at our family-owned, conveniently located Farmhouse Pet Lodge.
So I'm going to college. I am looking into pediatric therapy.
Majoring cybersecurity.
Every patient is unique.
So every patient gets a unique treatment plan.
I'm not a cookie cutter person.
Tillman Orthodontics has every option, including braces and Smiles Correct.
Tillman Orthodontics made a plan just for me. We might start you with braces and finish with custom clear aligners.
Now the real me can shine through.
Ready for whatever the future may hold.
Bring it.
Call Tillman Orthodontics for your free consultation.
It is 6:54. It's time for some things you need to know before you go. Today, there will be a discussion on what to do with the remains of the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore. The Maryland Transportation Authority is holding a public hearing to discuss the demolition of the bridge. The hearing is today at the Baltimore County Public Library from 4:30 to 7:30. Written comments about the bridge will also be accepted until August 15th.
The accused mastermind behind the 9/11 attacks and 2 other defendants have agreed to plead guilty. According to the Office of Military Commissions, Khalid Sheikh Mohammed and 2 other men are scheduled to appear at a hearing at Guantanamo Bay, Cuba next week. And they are expected to plead guilty to lesser charges. This could spare them the death penalty. Mohammed was charged with war crimes and murder in connection with the nearly 3,000 people who died in those attacks.
Some progress being made on a proposed dog park in Georgetown. Tony Klein, who's been heavily involved, is now looking at establishing a nonprofit called the Georgetown Dog Park. It would oversee the project and would be independent from the actual town. But as for where it would go right now, the group is hoping to get permission for land use somewhere within town limits.
As artificial intelligence is being more part of our lives, Congress attempting to increase regulation of this technology, and a bipartisan group of senators, including that man, Delaware Democrat Chris Coons, introduced a new act that protects people from unauthorized replicas of their voices and likeness. This bill also includes First Amendment protections and has received support from both political parties to protect individuals from this issue.
All right, the White House executive chef has retired.
Yeah, Christetta Comerfeld cooked for 5 presidents and their families for over 29 years.
That's impressive. The groundbreaking chef was the first woman and person of color to hold the job in the White House kitchen.
Comerfeld started in 1995. That was during the Clinton administration. 10 years later, First Lady Laura Bush elevated her to executive chef, where she oversaw all White House cuisine from family meals to state dinners.
Ooh, I heard their food is good, too. I want to try it sometime. All right, 6:56 now. Time for a quick look at your forecast before you head out the door.
We have one final check with Bob. Today's weather sounds like a typical day for the first day of August, Bob.
Yeah, pretty hot, though. You know, advertised now upper 80s, but we're going to be in the 90s. Those feels like temperatures in the triple digits, and it's going to be smoky and hazy as well. So stay inside if you can for health reasons and just to stay cool as it warms up through the 70s and 80s and then into the, well, mid-90s with a west-southwest breeze. Feels like temperatures around 100 to 104, all right, later this afternoon. And even at the beaches, feeling like 90. So a scorcher out there. Paul Davis 10-day forecast. 94 today, 92 on Friday, still really humid. And then for the weekend, that heat backs off a little bit with increasing showers and storms. Back to 91 Monday, but then we start to cool off as we go into next week. So increasing storms midweek, and by the end of the week, lower 80s. That'll be nice.
That'll be real nice, Bob. Thank you. And thank you all for joining us on Coast TV News Today.
And the Today Show coming up next at 7 a.m.
Once again, no Coast TV midday at 11, but you can stick with us to watch the Olympics.
Yep, and then join us at 6 p.m. for Coast TV News at that time. Until then, have a great Thursday morning, everybody.